The sirens were still fading when Aaliyah stood at the edge of her front yard, tears burning her eyes, the smell of gunpowder thick in the air. Her dog, Biscuit, a golden retriever she'd raised since she was 8, lay motionless on the grass, a small, dark hole in his side. Across from her stood Officer Daniels, his gun still trembling in his hand, his chest heaving. "Ma'am," I said, "ma'am, you need to step back," he stammered, voice high and shaking, but Aaliyah didn't move. 17, small for her age, a wiry mix of grief and rage. Her fingers brushed the cold metal of the revolver her late father had kept in his nightstand. She hadn't even thought, just ran inside, yanked it out, came back out to face the man who just shattered her world. "You killed him," she whispered. Daniel swallowed hard. He charged me. I thought he was barking," Aaliyah screamed. "He was barking, that's all." Neighbors had started to peek through curtains. Someone was filming on their phone. Aaliyah's hands were trembling, but her aim didn't falter. She'd seen enough on the news to know what happened when black kids made sudden moves in front of cops. So she didn't move at all. Daniel's radio crackled. "Unit 27, report. We heard shots fired." He hesitated, not daring to reach for the mic. Aaliyah's tears blurred everything. "You had no right. He was mine. He never hurt anyone. He just ran out. He just wanted to say hi." Her voice cracked into a sob, the weight of it pulling her to the ground. The gun wavered, but she kept it up. "Aaliyah, please," Daniel said softly now, fear giving way to something like regret. "You don't want to do this." "I didn't want to do this," she shouted. "But you took everything." From the corner of the street, 2 more police cruisers screeched up, lights painting the night red and blue. Commands echoed, "Drop the weapon! Drop the weapon!" But Aaliyah couldn't even hear them over the roar in her ears. Then, the rumble of black SUVs cut through the chaos. They didn't have sirens. They didn't need them. Daniels frowned. "What the hell?" The SUVs stopped in a perfect line. Out stepped a woman in a dark suit, flanked by agents. Her presence made everyone freeze. "Stand down," she ordered, voice clipped, commanding. The officers hesitated, then lowered their weapons. The woman walked straight toward Aaliyah, her heels crunching over the gravel. When she reached her, she stopped, just a few feet away. "Aaliyah," she said quietly. Aaliyah blinked, confusion cutting through the haze. How do you know my name?" The woman's expression softened. The steel in her voice melted into something human. "Because I'm your mother." The world seemed to tilt. Aaliyah's breath hitched. "No, my mom died when I was 5. "That's what you were told," the woman said. "I had to leave. I was undercover, deep cover. I couldn't come back until it was safe. But when my unit intercepted a call about a young black girl pointing a gun at a cop in Eastfield, I knew it was you." Aaliyah's grip loosened on the gun. Her brain was spinning. You're FBI?" The woman nodded. "Assistant Director Naomi Brooks, Counterterrorism Division." Daniels looked completely lost. "Ma'am, I didn't know." Naomi turned to him, her gaze cold as steel. "You shot a child's dog because it barked at you?" He opened his mouth, but no words came out. Naomi turned back to her daughter. "Aaliyah, listen to me. I know you're angry. You have every right to be. But if you pull that trigger, your life is over. Don't let one man's fear destroy the rest of your future." Aaliyah stared at the gun. Her reflection shimmered in its barrel. For a long moment, no one breathed. Then, with a sob, she dropped it. The gun hit the pavement with a dull clatter. Naomi moved instantly, wrapping her arms around her daughter. Years of separation collapsed in that one embrace. Aaliyah broke, crying into her mother's shoulder. The agents moved in, cuffing Daniels quietly as he stammered about protocol and threat assessment. None of it mattered. Naomi guided Aaliyah toward the SUV. "We'll get Biscuit taken care of," she whispered. "I promise." As they drove away, Aaliyah looked out the window. The flashing lights grew smaller in the distance. The weight of everything pressed on her chest. The loss, the shock, the strange, impossible reunion. Naomi reached over and took her hand. "You don't have to face this alone anymore." Aaliyah didn't answer, but she squeezed her mother's hand tightly. Outside, dawn began to edge over the rooftops. A new day, heavy but alive. And then that fragile silence. Mother and daughter sat together for the first time in 12 years, holding on to each other as the world tried, once again, to break them. Would you like me to continue the story into what happens the next day? Maybe when the media and FBI investigations start to unfold.